You're a new guest for us, and we always ask our new guests 5 sewing-related questions.
All right, fire away.
So, how did you learn to sew?
I sort of taught myself. Um, I remember the first time that I went to Joanne with my mom many years ago. She explained how the patterns worked, looking through the pattern catalog and then digging through the drawer to find your pattern, and just sort of explained like how you buy fabric. But she wasn't a seamstress and didn't sew a lot. Neither did my grandmother. So I just sort of figured it out. Got a very simple pattern, got a little bit of fabric. My parents actually got me a sewing machine when I was about 14, and I dabbled with it off and on for a few years, and really got into it a little more in my late teens. Then I thought it would be a good idea to go to college for physical therapy, and I don't know what I was thinking there. So quickly changed majors after about a year, to apparel design and product development, which is just a fancy way of saying fashion design, and really thought that was a better suited for me. So then in college, that's where I got my technical formal training in construction. So a little self-taught, and then really got into it in college.
What are you currently sewing?
All of the summer dresses. All of them. Lightweight. I mean, I live in Texas, so it gets so hot here in the summer. And every time summer rolls around, I go, Emily, where are all your weather appropriate dresses? And so, spending a lot of time with some linen and some lightweight poplin, and yeah, just making some fun sundresses this season.
Which fabric do you enjoy sewing the most?
I like to separate this into two because I have a favorite fabric, but it's not my favorite fabric to work with. My favorite fabric is silk gazar because it is so unique and it is just so beautiful. I love the natural volume. I love the luster that it has, the beautiful movement, but it's a nightmare to work with. And it's also just one of those specialty fabrics that you don't really need a lot of in your closet. My favorites to work with would be poplin and linen. I have heard many a guest on your podcast talk about their love for wool, and I absolutely appreciate that and love wool as well, but it's just not a fabric that's really practical for where I live, so I don't use it a lot. Poplin, however, fantastic. Linen, great. So really, really love working with those two for sure.
Which sewing word or term is your favorite?
I don't know if I can narrow it down. Probably anything that has to do with quality construction. So if you were to say French seam or Hong Kong finish, or understitching, I would love that. I also love press. It's very basic, but it's so important. And I have used it, ever since I was in college. And I can't remember the last time that I said, oh, I have to go iron a dress. I don't even swap it out. When I'm just ironing something to wear it, I have to press my dress. So press is another one.
That's funny. I've started to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Use press all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Please share what you love best about sewing.
So many things. It's the creative process. I love using the skills that I have towards something that I think is so rewarding and so fun, and really is a reflection of my personality. There's such a beauty in individuality, and sewing our own clothes gets us, that individuality. So that, and also just the satisfaction of having an idea, taking a piece of cloth, cutting it up into a million pieces, putting it all back together, and you've got something beautiful there. That the satisfaction of that has never waned for me over the years.
Emily, thank you for answering the 5 questions.
My pleasure.